Alright, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the DuClaw Brewing Company, and they're out of Baltimore, Maryland, and this is the PastryArchy, the Unicorn Farts After Dark variant. So they're calling this one a chocolate cinnamon crunch breakfast stout with gold glitter, and on the side of the label it says ale brewed with lactose, cacao, cinnamon, edible gold glitter, and cinnamon cereal. It comes in at 8.5% alcohol by volume, 39.6 IBUs at the time of review. This can is approximately 3 months old. So yeah, we're reviewing a beer with edible gold glitter in it. So it was many years back that DuClaw introduced their Sour Me Unicorn Farts, which was a sour ale that I'm pretty sure was brewed with Fruity Pebbles cereal, although I think they just said fruity cereal because they couldn't say Fruity Pebbles, and edible glitter. And everybody loved, pour the beer and see the edible glitter, glowing and whatnot. I've heard good things about that beer and also not so good things. Now, I never tried it because for a long time we didn't get DuClaw in the area. But over the past couple years, I saw the Sour Me Unicorn Farts, never picked it up. Maybe I will do so at some point in the future. But I was in one of my favorite local bottle shops, Premier Gourmet, and the beer manager there, Ethan, was like, hey, actually, I asked him, I said, is there anything, new that came in that sounds interesting? He's like, hey, check this out. You want to review it? And I'm like, yeah, I'll review it. So basically what I can decipher of this one is it's a, an Imperial Stout, 8.5%, and they're using Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal and then edible gold glitter, and I'm going to review it. And here we are. So anyway, what they do have a little write-up here that we will try to remember to review or read at the end. We'll see. But yeah, I love that on their website they do list the IBUs, and it was 39.6 to the T, baby. So yeah, I don't know what to think about this one. Is it gimmicky? Yes. Is it gonna be good? Maybe. I hope so. A couple of my Untapped friends have checked this in over the last couple months, and most of them have seemed to like it to some degree. So I'm hoping I do as well. Now, I don't know if the edible gold glitter is going to come off on camera. I do have a flashlight off camera that I will try to pour, show you, but I don't think it's going to show up on my camera. My camera's not great enough. I just use my phone camera, and it's not that great. So I don't know if we'll see the edible gold glitter. I don't know if you'll see it. I have no idea. Hopefully, we'll see. So right off the rip, I'm gonna hold it up to the light here. Yeah, I see it. I see the gold glitter everywhere. Now do you see the gold glitter? Probably not. Let me see with this light if we can see anything here. Oh yeah. So if I shine this at the front, do you guys see? We'll see. I don't know if we will or not, but yeah, I can see the gold glitter. It looks pretty cool. But outside of shining the light, like, yeah, it's so pitch black that I don't think you're gonna be able to. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, do it one more time like this in case you can see. I have no idea. Let's hope that you can see what's going on. If not, whatever. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Has about just over a finger of a brown colored head. Pretty creamy looking. It's pitch black with the edible gold edible gold leather, edible gold glitter kind of, everywhere. Let's get a nose. That smells pretty good. Wow, a lot of cinnamon. It kind of smells like Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. It smells like they're probably like, when you go down the cereal aisle nowadays, there are so many crazy fucking variants of different cereal. I just said variants of cereal. Like, we have jumped the shark beyond belief, right? But there are like, whatever, you could Lucky Charms, there's 5 different variations, Captain Crunches and that. Do they make like a chocolate Cinnamon Toast Crunch? If so, that's kind of what this smells like. There's chocolate, there's roasted malt, a little bit of coffee, but then Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. A little bit of vanilla too. Man, it's kind of like you poured a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and you drizzled like some kind of like Hershey syrup on it or something, but you didn't pour the milk yet. Shout out to the Sump Pump. Yeah, there's chocolate, there's Cinnamon Toast Crunch, there's a little bit of like a maple kick, there's vanilla. It smells pretty fucking good. Like, outside of the gold glitter, as far as this beer is concerned, it's gimmicky, right? But it smells pretty fucking good. It smells like a good pastry stout. Yeah, I want to get into it. Cheers, everyone. That's really good. That's really fucking good. It really is. I'm not bullshitting you. Wow. The the finish is like I just got done having a spoonful of Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. It really is. And if there's a chocolate version of that, has to be like what it tastes like. Body on this one's like higher side of medium, lower side of full, 8.5%. I think it's nice. The mouthfeel is one of kind of like a slight letdown. There's lactose in here. It's 8.5%. I take that back. I don't think it's a letdown. I'd like to see a little bit more soft, smooth, and creamy, but it does have a nice smoothness to it. There's a little bit of a creamy sensation. I will say this though, as I continue to take sips of this, the cinnamon is definitely prominent. And it could be a problem as this warms up because there's a big cinnamon dryness on my palate and I've taken, what, like 4 sips? I think at the end of this glass, I might be like, time out. Moving on, too much cinnamon. But right now, I really think it melds together quite well. Let's go with the flavors. From the palate, roasted malt, chocolate, sweet dark chocolate. As it passes through, a little bit of vanilla hits, touch of like a mapley kind of feel to it as well. And then the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal kind of takes over like a third of the way through the palate. It's Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. If you've never had Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it's hard to explain, but it's cinnamon. It has like, again, like a cereal-esque kind of feel to it, like a grainy kind of sensation. It's sweet, but the cinnamon is, you know what? Maybe more so than Cinnamon Toast Crunch, maybe it's the French Toast Crunch, right? Where they had a little French, they brought it back by probably within the past 5 years, but the French toast squares, or like little French toast, what I'm trying to say, you know, instead of it in squares, it has their little French toasts that are in the cereal, and it's more maple kind of influence. That's kind of what I'm getting here more than the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It finishes dry, and I would say semi to full-on dry. And again, it's a cinnamon dryness. There's not a lot of bitterness here. Maybe a slight like earthy kind of bitterness, like a mild bitterness. But I will say this, I don't think this is overly sickly sweet or anything. Like a lot of pastry stouts can be way too sweet and just overbearing with the sweetness and like because of too much of the sweeter adjuncts. That's not the case here. My worry is the dryness of the cinnamon becoming overbearing by the end of this glass. I will say I'm probably like 3, 4, 5 ounces into this one. It's not a problem yet, but it's kind of lingering on the back of my palate where it's like, it might be an issue. I put this in my darker beer fridge like a day or two beforehand. I kept it cold, like whatever my regular fridge is, like 38 degrees or 36 degrees, or whatever my regular fridge is, right? I kept it in there to make sure, you know, the adjuncts held up and everything. And then I think it was yesterday or the day before, I put it in my, 52 degree, 54 degree fridge because when I wanted to review it, I wanted to make sure it was a little bit warmer so I could taste more. I might regret that now because by the time I finish it, it's going to probably be like room temperature. I would say my suggestion to anybody who has a can of this or wants to try it, maybe drink this right from the fridge and sip on it over a good half hour, 45 minutes, let it come, to a higher temperature, but not quite get to room temperature. Because I think at room temperature, the cinnamon's just going to punch you in the face and be way too much. For a gimmicky beer, this is really fucking good. Just being honest. And I didn't think I would love this beer going into it, but it's gimmicky, but gimmicky done right. I mean, I like that. You can see the fucking glitter in there. We'll see what happens as it leaves my body, if I like it or not. But yeah, at the end of the day, the PastryArchy, the Unicorn Farts After Dark variant, it's a pretty good fucking beer. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not. I will say this. I wish I could. I mean, I could, but that would include editing, spending time, and listen. I like to just turn on the camera, do a review, be done with it. But if I sat on this beer and drank on it for like a half a hour and came back and gave you my final thoughts, I do think by the end of this glass, the cinnamon might be a little bit too prominent, a little bit overbearing. So take this review with a grain of salt. I will say if the cinnamon becomes a little overbearing, knock it down like a quarter point rating-wise. But I'm going to give this beer, I'm going to give this a low 4.25. I'm going to go 4.2. I think it's really good. I really do. And I'm going to remember here to read the back. It says, glitter shines brighter in the dark. Giddy up for this French toast flavor frenzy, complete with alluring notes of chocolate and spiced cinnamon. Yep. A beautifully dark take on the original Unicorn Farts collaboration between DuClaw and Diablo Doughnuts, now brewed as a dessert stout with the cold edible glitter. So the first one was with the same donut company, but again, I think their whole thing was Diablo Doughnuts had a fruity pebble kind of donut. So I don't know if they have a cinnamon toast crunch donut, but yeah, Pretty cool. So I would say seek this one out if you're into gimmicky beers and you want something that actually tastes good. That's a gimmick. Price point availability. I don't remember what I paid for that individually, but I think 4-packs are like $14.99 a 4-pack in my area. So you're talking not quite $4 a can for an 8.5% beer with all those adjuncts and the gold glitter and stuff. I think that's an okay price, especially for something I gave a 4.2 out of 5. Availability, it's DuClaw. If you get DuClaw in your area, you probably should have seen this one in the last couple months. It's probably still on the shelves wherever you're at. So if you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Let me know what you think. 8.5%, really no hint. Like there's no warming. I'm not really feeling anything. Just the body and mouthfeel would indicate to me maybe a little bit on the higher side ABV-wise, but it hides the alcohol quite well. 4.2 out of 5. That's like the highest rating I can to a DuClaw beer probably in a long time. I haven't reviewed a lot on the channel, but I used to love me some DuClaw. So maybe I'll pick up some other DuClaws. Maybe I'll do this Sour Me Unicorn Farts just to see kind of what the OG Unicorn Farts beer is. But yeah, anyway, again, if you've had this one, post in the comment section. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Huge shout out to Ethan for the recommendation. I forgot what his quote was, but he's like, maybe we can suffer the holiday season together by drinking this. I think he picked up a can. So next time I go on a premiere, I'm going to have to ask him, did you drink it? And what did you think? Because I think it's fucking good. Cheers.